Sacred Soul Sanctuary presents Soul Healing Poetry. Assalamu alaikum, dear souls, and peace to every soul who has found their way here. In the name of the one who softens, opens, and awakens the human heart. Welcome to Soul Healing Poetry. I am Ghulama Mustafa, and this is a space for gentle reflection, spiritual nourishment, and the healing whispers of Rumi poetry. Here, the heart is invited to speak, and the soul is invited to listen. Welcome back, dear souls, to Soul Healing Poetry, and this is episode 6, Beyond Right and Wrong. Today, we're talking about conflict, ego, wounds, and comparison. But not the type of conflict that happens between people, but the kind that lives quietly inside of us. The tension created by comparison, hurt, pride, and the pressure to defend who we are. Mawlana Rumi reminds us that peace doesn't come from choosing the right side. It comes from stepping out of the fight altogether. I'll start with Mawlana Rumi's poem, Out Beyond Ideas of Wrongdoing and Right-Doing. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there, when the soul lies down in the grass. The world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase, each other, doesn't make any sense. Now I'll let that settle in for a while. So have you ever felt that the world is constantly telling you what's right and what's wrong? Mawlana Rumi has this beautiful way of saying, there's a space beyond all that judgment. He calls it a field, and he says, I'll meet you there. Now, imagine your soul lying down in soft grass, completely at ease. You're not thinking about rules, and you're not thinking about good or bad, about arguments or opinions. You're just present. And in that moment, the world feels too big, too full, too alive to be explained with words. Now even the words we usually use, you, me, each other, start to feel meaningless. Because in that space, there is no separation. There is just connection, just presence, just the fullness of life. Mawlana Rumi is inviting us to step out of our judgments, our need to categorize and to meet each other and ourselves in that wide open field. It's a space of pure being where love and understanding happen naturally, beyond thinking and talking. So maybe today you can ask yourselves, what would it be like to lie down in that field, to let go of right and wrong, and just be? Think about how much of our day is spent labelling things as right or wrong, on social media, in our workplaces, even in family groups. Someone says something and instantly we're judging it. That's wrong. That's right. I don't agree. Mawlana Rumi says there's a place beyond all that judgment, a field where we can meet. Just connect, without all the arguing and labelling. So, how can we bring this into our lives today? I recommend that you pause before reacting. So, next time someone says something that triggers you, instead of replying with judgment, take a moment. I normally count to 3. And then, imagine stepping into that feel. Ask yourself, do I need to be right? Or can I just listen and understand? Let go of labels. So, instead of thinking in terms of black and white, good or bad, success or failure, try seeing situations as just happening. So how does it feel when you release the need to categorize? Meet people where they are. Mawlana Rumi's field is about connection, not convincing. In modern day life, it could mean having a conversation with someone whose opinion you don't fully share, but truly listening without planning your rebuttal. You don't always need to answer. Sometimes you just need to listen. And create your own field. This can be a literal space, a park, a quiet corner in your room, or even a daily 10-minute mindfulness pause. Lie down in that metaphorical grass and just be. Let thoughts and judgments drift away. Mawlana Rumi isn't asking us to ignore right or wrong entirely. He's asking us to step out of the constant judgment, to find that space where understanding, compassion, and connection happen naturally. And the more we practice, the more we carry that field with us, into work, into relationships, and into how we see the world. So, we're going to do a gentle breath work. Find a comfortable position, and if it feels safe, gently close your eyes. Take a slow breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. As you breathe, imagine the field Mawlana Rumi speaks of. Wide, open, quiet, no argument, no comparisons, and no need to explain yourself. On the next inhale, silently say, I don't need to be right. And on the exhale, I allow myself to soften. So take a slow breath in through your nose. I don't need to be right. And exhale. I allow myself to soften. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. And take one more slow breath in. And gently return your attention here. Now I have a friend called Amanda, and she notices that her friendships feel different lately. She was comparing her life to others who seemed happier on social media, happier on the face of it, more confident, more settled. Without meaning to, judgment started to creep in. Slowly the connection began to feel heavy. So comparing ourselves pulls us out of our own lives. Mawlana Rumi teaches us that when we compare, we stop seeing things clearly. We forget that every person is walking a different road, carrying different weights. Amanda's struggle isn't really about her friends. It's about losing trust in her own journey. Now there was Daniel. Daniel constantly received criticism. Maybe small, maybe unintentional, but it stayed with him. He kept replaying it in his head, feeling exposed and defensive. his ego, stepped in, trying to protect him. But Mawlana Rumi teaches us that the ego is loud because it's afraid. When Daniel pauses instead of reacting, he notices the fear underneath, the fear of not being enough. And when that fear is seen, it starts to loosen. Now, I want to share a moment from my own life. There was a time when I felt constantly compared. Or maybe I was the one comparing. I measured my growth, my healing, my path against others. And it quietly drained me. I did not realize how much of my energy was going in defending who I thought I should be. It wasn't until I slowed down that I saw it clearly. I wasn't at war with anyone else. I was at war with myself. Mawlana Rumi's word found me then, not as poetry, but as permission. Permission to stop performing. Permission to stop explaining. And permission to just be. We're slowly going to go into a breathwork practice which is about beyond right and wrong. If it feels safe for you, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Now allow your body to settle. There's nowhere you need to go right now, nothing you need to fix. Take a slow breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. Again, let the breath be unforced. Let it find its own rhythm. Mawlana Rumi speaks of a field beyond right and wrong. Now, imagine that field, wide, open, quiet. So inhale through the nose and release it through the mouth. Listen, there's no voices arguing here. There's no comparison. There's no expectation. Now, step into that space. Gently bring to mind a recent moment of conflict. This could be with another person or inner conflict you've been carrying quietly. You don't need to replay the story. Just notice how it lives in your body. Where do you feel it? Is it tightness in the chest? Is it a heaviness in the stomach? Or is it a clenching in the jaw or shoulders? Simply notice. No judgment. Now, ask yourself softly and honestly, what am I trying to protect here? Is it your pride? Your sense of being right? Your fear of being misunderstood? Or your need to feel enough? Mawlana Rumi reminds us that the ego isn't wrong. It's just afraid. Now place a hand on your heart. Breathe into that fear, not to push it away, but to let it know it's seen. And inhale, and on inhaling for 4, say, I see you. 4, 3, 2, 1. I see you. Now exhale, and on the exhale, say you're safe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are safe. Now, what would happen if you didn't need to be right? Notice what comes up in your body. Maybe relief, maybe resistance, or maybe both. Let it all be welcome. And with your next breath, imagine loosening your grip just a little, letting go of the argument, the comparison, the story you've been defending. Mawlana Rumi says, the soul finds rest when it stops carrying so much. So breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel your shoulders drop, your breath deepen. Now imagine yourself lying down in that open field. The ground supports you completely. Here, nothing is being measured. Nothing is being judged. You don't need to explain who you are. Ask yourself one final question. What part of me is ready to soften today? You don't need to answer in words. Just notice the feeling. Stay here for a few breaths and let the silence do its work. When you're ready, gently bring your awareness back. Wiggle your fingers, notice the space around you, and carry this softness with you as you move forward. The field beyond right and wrong is always available. Each time you pause, each time you breathe, and each time you choose gentleness over defense. So here's what Mawlana Rumi is really teaching us in everyday language. Most inner conflict comes from trying to protect an image of ourselves. We want to be right. We want to look good. We want to feel safe and respected. But the more tightly we hold on to these things, the more tense we become. Comparison convinces us we're behind. Ego convinces us we're under attack. But Mawlana Rumi invites us to try something different, to soften instead of defend, to stop measuring, to stop proving. When we need to let go of the need to be right or better, we step into that open field, a place where the heart can finally rest. Here's my own poetic reflection of Mawlana Rumi's poem. Beyond judgment, my heart breathes free. No scorecards, no masks, no walls. When I stop defending who I am, I remember I was never under attack. I'll let that poem sink in for a while. So, I want you to take a quiet moment with these questions. Where are you comparing yourself to others right now? What criticism or conflict are you still holding on to? What might happen if you didn't need to defend yourself today? There's no rush. Just notice. You can either journal these or just play the episode back and write away whatever comes to your mind with these questions. Mawlana Rumi didn't teach us how to win arguments. He taught us how to lay them down. So walk gently today. Step beyond right and wrong. There is a wider field waiting for you. And this week, I challenge you to step into your own field, even for one small interaction, and notice what changes. So, my dear souls, until next Friday, keep following the light within. And we'll meet next Friday for another episode of Rumi Wisdom, in which we will discuss burnout and feeling stuck. As we come to the end of this sacred moment, let your heart carry what you felt today, and join me next Friday for another journey into the soul. More Mawlana Rumi poetry, more whispers, more guidance for the heart. Until then, keep following the light within.